men's prison, booty. Booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt.
Welcome back, everybody, to the PauseCast, the number one podcast in the world. I'm, as usual, Emanuele, Red Ferrari Testinani, Cracker Poppy, Ginger Iverson, the albino mamba, you know who it is.
Bro.
You ain't gonna say anything?
You know the drill, bro.
You ain't gonna introduce yourself?
Bro, you have to introduce me, bro, because I told you gotta stop with that corny ass fucking introduction, bro.
So
nobody has ever called you any of those names ever in the history of you, bro.
Because you've never come ball with
bro,
me, bro.
Pause. Bro, I don't want to ever come ball with you, bro.
Ball handling with other men. That's what I meant. Pause. No, can I do it over?
Pause. Bro, don't do anything with me ever, bro. Pause. Introduce me, bro.
Well, I'm joined, as usual, again, by Luke. You know, wearing the same yee ass outfit as he had the last time.
This is my
faithful viewers of the pod will notice this. That apparently he owns one shirt.
Well, we still haven't made it out the hood, bro.
True.
You know what I'm saying? This is my podcast uniform.
So once we get over 5 views, you'll change your the outfit, or no? Okay, so this won't. This isn't the official uniform.
This is one of the. It's like a soccer team. It has like
every season has
2 or 3 uniforms. So maybe next episode I'll have the uniform B. This is the A uniform
for the away game.
Right.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? See, I come prepared, bro. You come prepared with
this little. What do you mean?
You come prepared with this little Ginger Iverson, whatever the fuck that means, bro. I come prepared with facts, bro. Myself. Humble, bro. I don't need nicknames. I'm Luke, bro. Hey, nice to meet you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
You keep it simple. Same shirt so they remember who you are.
Exactly. They have a very forgettable face. So they're like, who the fuck is this guy? But then they see the shirt, right? Exactly.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, I told the university classmate that we were going back to the Metro on it. She was like, what, are you going to the gym now or something? I was like, do you think so? Nah. No, I was.
You married?
You married, bro? No, I was. I'm actually. No, it was a girl.
Okay.
I'm actually going to do the podcast with my bro, and she was like, "Oh shit, on Spotify," and I was like, "Yeah, I wish."
We ain't got the money to put it on Spotify.
Bro.
We ain't got that.
She was like, "What do you talk about?" I was like,
Come mostly.
Pause.
That's an honest
I was
answer.
like, we talk about a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying?
We talk about movies.
Yeah.
Let's talk about movies.
I just said we talk about a lot of things. Oh, is that my stop?
You get off 5 stops earlier,
Exactly.
just so you don't have to keep going with the conversation.
I was like, the train was moving, I ripped the door open and I jumped out.
I would say I also have this problem that I have started mentioning.
But you can't really, because I don't
No,
want anybody to actually watch it.
No, I mean I'm pushing them to watch it, but I do want to be. There's no topic. It's mostly men talk. Because that's the reality, bro. I know you want to pretend it's not, but that's the reality.
Oh, no.
It is the podcast for a reason. So, yeah, it is kind of... I am ashamed of it. And we've already talked about it that... first of all, we're never making it. And secondly, I think we both come to the point where, we're almost glad. We're at the 5th stage of grief, acceptance, and also relief. That's my 6th... stage of grief.
Because the stress of trying to make it is not there anymore. Is that what you mean?
There's that. I don't have to try anymore. That's been apparent for the past 11 episodes out of 13.
Since day 1, we have not been trying.
Absolutely. We started that fuck Joe Rogan episode, that was fire.
Bro, I think we hit our peak with I Spice I Miss You.
True.
Which had our little brother shout out.
Maybe
Jack.
We should just make this an NBA show. Because clearly, talking about ball is what I already made that joke. I shouldn't keep going.
You should just shut the fuck up.
I should. You want to talk about the NBA then?
Bro, I'm going to say this about the NBA and then let's get into our actual topic of the day. Because we prepared something.
I mean, we mentioned like
No, I was
yeah,
trying to-
we
I
could
was-
talk about
I was
this. That's
trying
our
to-
preparation.
I was trying to sound all professional, bro. Don't step
I
on
think
my
these
line,
guys
bro.
think this is fucking professional.
Anyway, bro. About the NBA, I'm sad. My boy Chef Curry, Wardale,
R.I.P. to the show.
isn't in the playoffs anymore, and
He got kicked out by the king.
by LaFraud James. And yeah, so I feel bad about that.
Bro, who knows? Lakers might win it all. Although Denver is scary. Nikola Jokic is a bad man.
Who's Nikolai? Is that like the Serbian motherfucker?
Yeah, big
The one who
homie.
was in John Wick 3?
No, that's Boban Marjanovic. He's
Is he
a
Serbian? Is Chechenian or something?
no, I think he's Serbian too.
Yeah, what the
I might
fuck
be
is
wrong about
Serbians,
that.
basketball?
Well, Eastern Europe as a whole is pretty good at basketball. But Dad explained this to me that like during the when the Soviet Union was still going, they basically chose regions of the Soviet Union
Oh,
to
to
dedicate
be-
to
right.
to
I think-
dedicate
yeah,
to
I think
certain
Uncle
sports.
Willard told us
So
about this
like
too.
in like Latvia and those Estonia, those kind of countries, I think they pushed for volleyball. And then I guess they went to like Serbia and Croatia and were like, oh, you guys are all 6'6" ogres. We might as well make you play basketball. And that's what Jokic is. Because I don't know if you've ever seen him, but he's a chunky boy. They call him Big Honey for a reason. Because he's
They
sweet.
call him Big Honey?
Because he's big, but he's sweet with it. You know?
Pause. He'll slip it in real gentlemanly. Pause.
He does have like one of the wettest shots. possible.
Pause.
It looks goofy as hell. Like it's super wonky, but it goes in every time. Nothing but net.
Big Honey?
Big Honey.
I'm gonna have to look that up, bro. Pause.
What you mean by that? You said that
What do
weird.
you mean by that?
These Eastern European men, not only the women got you all hot and bothered.
Pause. Anyway,
Anyway, we wanted to discuss movies because
since that's our only like
Ye-
wholesome topic.
we've realized we're not funny.
Yes.
We should stop trying to be. Let's just stop.
Maybe
being.
we always knew that we weren't, but we didn't want to admit it. To
I think
ourselves.
that's what brought us to the truly giving up. Not only the knowledge that like the world is against us, the American government is against us, Putin is against
Joe
us,
Rogan.
Joe Rogan is against us. I'm more scared of Joe Rogan than the first two I mentioned. They're all against us. YouTube is against us too. It's all part of a big conspiracy, but
we're not to blame.
It doesn't. We're not to blame, but at the same time, it doesn't help that we're not funny.
We're taking no accountability. for
Absolutely,
anything.
yes.
Our lack of success is
On other people.
directly proportional to our lack of self-awareness. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? Anyway, movies.
Movies. Let's talk
I'd
about
say we talk about two things I'd like to talk about. Number one, our top 5 action movies.
Hmm.
We'll each comprise a little list,
them. Okay.
compare, and then decide who's the winner.
It's not a competition.
It is.
The-
Life is a competition, my young Padawan. And then, talking about Padawans, pause, we're gonna see what's the best movie franchise. The best...
It ain't Star Wars spoilers. I'm putting it. I mean, hot take. but
we'll get to that.
We'll get into it.
We'll get,
Okay.
We'll get into it.
Pause.
Thank you.
Deep.
So, pause. Deeply connected to my family.
Pause. I guess. In the context, I think you need to clarify.
So, anyway,
So top 5.
I'll
action
start with
movies.
my top 5.
Let's go one.
That makes
one
sense.
each.
I mean,
Let's try to make them different. Although I feel like a bunch of them necessarily will be probably similar.
number 1.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hit me.
not my number 1, but the
Right,
first
right.
one I'm gonna say. Kill Bill, parte 1.
Parte 1.
Parti 1. Le part 1.
Kill Bill. Is that how they say it?
It would be kill is like tuer, don't like tuer Bill. Tuer Bill. Oh.
Tuer Laurence.
Damn.
Anyway.
Well, no.
So Kill Bill
yes.
Volume 1.
Tuer
Why
Bill.
Volume 1 and not Volume 2?
Because I love Volume 2, but it's not an action movie. it's much more contemplative than part one.
It's really a family drama.
Exactly. The first one is a straight up revenge flick, send up to like all those kung fu B movies that Quentin Tarantino loves. It's just straight up like awesomeness. That's how I describe the first one. Awesomeness.
It is true. It's like all the sort of like exploitation martial arts movies, but done by somebody that actually knows how to make a movie.
Right.
And so it works, and it's not just silly.
And it's great, you know, there's a bunch of great actors. Uma Thurman, you know, the mother of the show's friend.
Maya Hawke, absolutely. Close friend of the show, big fan.
Yes.
Since day one.
Right. Since we wrote at Christmas. We don't have to get into that again.
It was embarrassing enough the first time.
Bro, it was amazing, bro. And it's just great. It's a great, you know, it's got that Japan shit, you know what I'm saying? Lucy Liu, amazing. That snow scene at the end, great.
Yeah, that fight scene is amazing.
Great music choices. Great use of the blood. What are the? what are they called?
Blood.
Those blood
packets.
things. No, they have a specific name.
That's true. Fuck.
In movies like that. Well, anyway, those things. You know, great cliffhanger for part 2, and just good, like really good action. Cause listen, Quentin Tarantino, he's known for his violence, among other things. But he's not really. That was I think his only really action movie. So it wasn't a given that he'd be able to direct good action. Like it really wasn't given, because the movies leading that had bursts of violence, yes, but they were always very quick, and maybe it was a gunfight with. Like,
it never got more elaborate than a gunfight.
Hand-to-hand action is much harder to film. I think, in my opinion. I think most people would agree than gunfights.
Yeah,
because gunfights have a distance, you know, shot, whatever.
Also, like, really, the gunfights that were going on were, I mean, Marvin got shot in the back of a car. Vincent Vega got killed on the fucking toilet.
Yeah,
so it's like they were in action
there's like
scenes.
a very like small Steve Buscemi chase in Reservoir Dogs where he shoots the cops.
I guess that's true.
Which is a really like was an indicator that like he knew what he was doing. But like in this movie, he really like showcased that like he can direct action. And you know, obviously, I'm sure there's he had a very good like assistant director, very good like stunt coordinator, like a very good stunt team in general. I mean, all the guys, the like 80 fucking Japanese guys with the masks, those are all stunt guys,
right.
And like they did an amazing job. And Uma Thurman did a great job. Her stunt double, who actually appears in the Hateful Eight.
Okay.
You know, in the Hateful Eight, the flashback scene where the carriage with the real people arrive and they get killed by...
Oh, that's her?
She's the blonde Australian, and she's her stunt woman.
I didn't know you had a thing for stunt people in general. Like,
no, I just know. I read about it once I saw a picture of them together.
No, you just shouted them out multiple times. Although it is an important part
as a
in
fan
action.
of action movies,
Yeah,
I think it's
true.
important to like acknowledge the people that in action movies, they're like an essential part. Because like you can have a good director, and a good director, like you compliment him for the direction of the action scene, but who is getting punched and kicked and thrown out of a window, thrown onto a table? It's like
set aflame.
Exactly, it's stunt people. Like who's driving the car in a car? You know what I'm saying? It's stunt people. So you gotta give them props, and they know how to like do action. The proof of it is the John Wick movies, which are directed by ex stunt doubles.
True.
Like Chad Stahelski was Brad Pitt's stunt double in Fight Club, and then in Troy, I think too. So like, you know what I'm saying? And so shout out to them. Great music choice, amazing music choice. Great,
that's a given with Tarantino.
Yes,
I'm gonna say. Like say anything about him, like I can understand criticism of him, but like
he does.
Nobody
he understands the assignment.
When it comes to music, yeah, absolutely, and it really does add to the scenes. Like it's in a way like It's funny how like the music choices themselves are kind of tacky in the music, but like they never
Right.
are tacky in the movie.
They're
itself.
never out of place. They're always
Exactly.
perfect for that scene.
And it might be like the goofiest 60s surf rock
Right,
song
yeah.
you've ever heard, but at the same time, like it somehow
Right, yeah.
like adds to the action or makes a scene like look sexy in a way you would have never.
That's true.
Imagine. No, yeah. Shout out to him for that. Want to hear my first pick? So my first pick.
Do I want to?
You have to.
Exactly.
You're forced
Do I
to.
have a choice?
Yeah. You chose this topic, bro. My number one, I would say, is Mad Max Fury Road. We mentioned it in the last episode. Mad Max is just
Shout out
like
Mad Max.
pure action. Because there's a lot going on in Kill Bill. Like there's the whole, the plot is unraveling. You've never even seen really Bill. Like there's so much that you don't know about the bride herself. Like, while Mad Max says, "Fuck having a plot. I'm just going from A to B and then back," and that's the entire movie, and the rest
Which is just
like,
great.
It's great, yeah,
Right.
because it like you eliminate every distraction, and then it really becomes pure action, where it's just like people jumping from car to car, explosions. People drinking gasoline and then going fucking nuts, spray painting their face. They do manage to do a good amount of world building with like very little information, because you get an idea of. I mean, it's an apocalyptic society, so it's like it's not that much of a stretch of the imagination, but you still get an idea of like. Immortus Joe's kingdom, if you want to call it that. It's like a block. The only patch of grass for all Australia.
Bro, that's where we live. They filmed it behind our house.
They filmed it in Paproit.
Shout out.
But you understand all the dynamic of that. And then somehow, like, Max himself is a great character. And you definitely feel for him. Although, I mean, I'd be surprised if he has, like, more than 10 lines of dialogue in the entire movie.
He has a lot of
exactly.
a lot of grunting.
He grunts for most of
which
it.
is great. I mean,
he kind of scowls
his
at people.
face is covered with that crazy mask.
It's crazy how Tom Hardy has this. He's created this image of being a good actor while we can never see his face, and that's like 50%.
He is a really good actor, though.
He is though.
He is like.
He definitely can find the goofiest voices. Shout out to his Bane performance.
I ain't gonna try and do it.
You ain't even gonna attempt it?
Nah, bro, because it's so. I mean, it's amazing, but it's so bad.
And shout out to low-key the best character in the movie is Furiosa.
Oh yeah, Charlize Theron.
She's probably the most badass one.
She's way more badass than Max.
Oh, absolutely.
Shout out to Max, but like she does way more shit. Than
Max is kind of like along for the ride, you know.
Like he happens to stumble upon the situation.
Exactly, because he.
But
doesn't
like it was her plan to deviate.
Yeah,
she's in control. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because exactly.
It really is
just,
her movie.
He's just there by mistake. Like we're seeing the movie through Mad Max's eyes, but
and
he's
it's also,
really a side
I think
character.
it's genius to do a movie with a recognized brand, with a cult following, and you do it while really secretly making a movie about a new character, which is also a female character. So, it's kind of cool, and, I think it's kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the least, as you know, SJW feminist person out there. But I think it's cool.
We've chosen 2 movies with female leads, though. We're unconscious SJW.
No, but I think it's important in movies to have, like, representation.
It's boring if after a while it's always burly men. You know?
Right. It has to be organic, though. Like...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it has to work in these 2 movies that we
we'll
mentioned.
get to Star Wars, but, like,
perfect.
Ren is a perfect example of not making it work.
Exactly, right.
Because, one thing...
Like, you can... Because, like, for both... Sorry to step on your line, but for both Kill Bill and Mad Max, you feel for The Bride and for Furiosa.
And I think one thing they do very well, and then we'll get to it with another... with one of my next picks, unless you steal this from me. That, like, there's this idea that, like, we need... there's kind of this overcorrection that because we haven't had a lot of female heroes throughout cinema history, that, like, now we want to have a lot of them, and they have to be fucking amazing. Yes. But one thing that is good, like, perfect heroes, like Captain Marvel, like, has the biggest dick in the Avengers, you know? But like a cool thing about Furiosa
It's a good way of
and
putting
the
it,
Bride
yeah.
is that they're actually incredibly vulnerable.
Right.
Like you can, and it makes it even more impressive because
It
that's
makes them characters.
yeah, exactly. Simply put, it makes them fucking.
It makes them characters and not a representation of your agenda.
Exactly. Yes.
That's the thing.
They're a character, not like an idea you're trying to push.
Right.
Which is the important thing. And also, like, if I see that, then I'm like, you know, you're not even really processing the fact that it's a woman, you know? It's just like a fucking badass character that I'm really rooting for. Like, kill them all, bro.
Yeah,
kill
right,
Bill, kill all those other motherfuckers.
bro,
like, I don't give a shit.
And also, Kill Bill also has a very great like female villain in Lucy Liu. You know, so and you're never like, oh, why is the bad guy? Why is the you know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
you're not questioning
Like,
it because
exactly.
sometimes it does feel like tacked on, where it doesn't really work.
It's like, for example, sorry to like get into this. I just want to drop this. Maybe we can talk about it later. But there was a rumor that they're making a new Fantastic Four movie.
Oh really? I don't know.
That the Thing would be a woman,
Really?
which is just retarded.
Yeah, that doesn't make much
You
sense.
know which name was dropped, and obviously this is not true.
Okay.
But you know which name was like to just Mila Kunis as the Thing S. I don't know what you know what I'm saying, but like
Tongue.
pause. She like that's retarded, right?
Bruh, yeah, for real.
Anyway, let's. Are you done?
I'm done, yeah, go on.
My next one is The Raid,
Okay.
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Another very simple movie, but like perfectly
Bro.
executed.
SWAT team goes in the building. They have to get a guy. They stay in the building the whole episode trying to get the guy, bro. You know, they get decimated. Our hero has to literally beat an entire fucking building to get to this fucking guy, bro.
The definition of the trenches.
Bro,
Those Indonesian trenches
Bro,
which you know are like
bro,
the last
and
place you
this
want to go.
fucking this building on this block looks like literally the entrance of hell, bro. And the way it's filmed too, it's so like the ominous. It's like a horror movie. Like the director said too, I wanted to make a horror action movie because like it really is terrifying.
It's not a pleasant watch.
No,
I mean
it's an amazing watch. It's awesome, bro. Like the way they beat people. Like, see, that's an example of an action movie full where all where all the actors actually are martial artists, and actually they don't need stunt people. They're their own stunt people, so you can film them clearly. No shaky cam, no cuts. You can just film them fucking destroying each other physically, and they're just fucking happy to do it, bro. Like there's fight scenes that last like. How the fuck are these people still getting up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like both their arms are broken. They're like swinging.
Bro, like there's
fucking...
like the like peak of like brutality, but it's not untasteful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still like awesome. It doesn't, because I think there's a thing where with brutality in action movies where there's awesomeness, and then on the other spectrum, but like awesomeness that's still tasteful. And brutal, and then the other part of the spectrum is brutality for the sake of brutality, but where it's just uncomfortable to watch. It's like, why am I watching this? You know what I'm saying? For example, a movie like I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but stuff that's
What a
like,
letdown, bro.
but stuff that's just like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, but I get what you mean. No, that's Rama is the name of the character.
Bro,
right?
Bro, it's such an amazing movie.
One of the scariest action heroes of all time. Because Rama is not a guy you want to meet at night.
Bro,
he's a cop too, so like you're fucking jaywalking, he'll break your ribs.
Bro, literally,
you
bro. Like in that movie, they have the martial art called Silat, which is a martial art characterized by the use of like knives and stuff made to break your bones, bro. You know, you don't get more fucking hardcore than that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just standard practice in Indonesia.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah.
When you're 4 years old, you're karate chopping motherfuckers' necks off.
Yeah,
like that.
bro.
That's just how it be. That's the only way to survive, bro. That's why everybody in the movie does know some degree of kung fu.
Yeah, bro.
Like, some
there's
know
like
it
the fucking
more than others,
crackheads,
but-
bro, who pull out the machete, bro, and start doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's also a thing. it's great because in a lot of action movies, and John Wick is guilty of this too. There's a lot of faceless henchmen who just walk into the frame to get shot in the face.
Yeah.
But in the Raid, a lot of faceless henchmen like really put up a fucking fight. Like one of the most famous scenes in the hallway where he's fighting three guys.
Yeah.
That fight lasts for like 10 minutes, and they go into an apartment. Like those guys who are just
and those guys
random
were
guys.
clearly smoking crack like 30 seconds
Exactly,
before
those
that.
guys like fucking random guys.
And
like,
that just shows you the difference in character between Indonesia and, say, America. Because you don't see meth heads in West Virginia pulling off a "Hwah." Like,
Bro.
I mean, they might do that and they shit their pants.
bro. It's crazy, bro. Like that movie is just amazing, bro.
So shout out to the Red.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow that up with, at this point, like, let's keep it on the martial art thing. I'm shouting out Ip Man with Big Dick Donnie Yen.
No pause for that, bro.
No pause, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Big Dick Donnie Yen single-handedly defeating the Japanese army to save China.
Man literally saved all of China, bro.
Man made me a communist. I mean, I saw
Bro,
that
the
shit
same
and I was
way-
like, I'm
Bro,
loyal
the
to
same
the party.
way Po from Kung Fu Panda saved Kung Fu, Donnie Yen saved China, bro, in Ip Man.
And
bro.
he did it in some like dusty ass dojo.
Bro,
who
he
knows
did it,
where?
bro, without eating, bro. Like, before his final fight with the Japanese general, bro, the Japanese general himself, bro, brings him food, and Donnie Yen is like, I don't know. And the Japanese man is, surrender, why don't you? And Donnie Yen is like, the way he talks is very, like, always like this. He's like, you wouldn't understand. A Japanese man like you wouldn't understand. Bro,
It's so racist to the Japanese, it's crazy.
bro, it's the most propaganda movie, but it's fucking awesome,
if you see,
bro.
like, watching Ip Man, you think Japanese people are like the scum of the
And you think Chinese
It's like-
people are the fucking
Exactly.
best, bro.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I want to move to China.
Bro.
Like, it's the most awesome country in the world if it has Ip Man protecting
Bro.
them.
Bro, shout out.
So shout out to Ip Man.
It's also a real story. Like, this man single-handedly saved China.
Oh, absolutely, that's canon.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
like, along with Genghis Khan, he's like top two most important people. In
And there's a
Chinese
lot of,
system.
like...
Maybe Mao, but you know.
There's a lot of, like... It's one of those, like, Chinese movies. Because, you know, Chinese movies have a lot of obvious propaganda. And there's a lot of movies made solely for propaganda. But there's some movies who have that. And a big part of the movie is clearly that. But they're also so amazing that they
Yeah.
convince you. Like, you drink the Kool-Aid, bro. Like
Absolutely.
Hero with
Yeah.
Jet Li and also Donnie Yen. Like, that movie is, like, one of the best movies. That's also great. It's... I think
Gorgeous movie.
it's, like, more of an epic than an action movie.
Yeah, because even like the action is extremely stylized.
Yeah.
To the point where
It's like a dream, almost.
because
It's like an epic tale that's being told.
because
like,
the action in
kids.
the thing about like Asian martial art movies is that like these guys are so skilled, and so even like watching the Raid, like there's some moments where it does kind of feel like a dance,
Yeah.
but at the same time like in the Raid you feel the weight of the punches.
Right.
In a way that like I don't remember feeling watching Hero, but that's not really the point. When you're watching
that's not the
Hero,
point.
it's more like this
the
sort of
story.
fairy tale.
Yeah, very much so.
Um,
It's really this
and so
epic
like,
tale.
exactly.
And it is so great. The ending is so like Chinese propaganda with him going. Spoilers for if you know whatever the fuck. If you don't know what
I
we're
think it
talking
came
about,
out in like 2000.
yeah.
I
But
think
like
most of these movies,
for people who
haven't
don't know, Jet Li is a warrior who's gone to kill the emperor. Sorry, of China, the emperor of China, and he's like there at the end, and the king. Is like I don't know how Jet Li gets to that realization that he has, but he realizes that the king can do so much for his country, which he loves so much that he's like, I'll spare your life, and he walks out of the king's chambers. However, since he entered the king's chambers, he has to be
You ain't
killed.
getting after that shit.
Like you can't exactly. So like an army, literally a fucking army of archers, bro, pull up to him, and bro, Jet Li, he's at the door, bro. He could escape. Bro, he turns around and and bro, the emperor is like, it's a fucking big building.
Yeah.
So the emperor is all out the way
It's
there,
like 30 stairs.
but they're fucking looking at each other, bro. And the emperor is like, I think there's narration where he's talking and he's like, the sacrifice that this man has made, putting his trust into me, like to rule this country in the best possible way. And you're like, bro, yes, bro. You
Bro,
know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
China.
Bro, you're like, fuck yeah. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's great. Bro.
Absolutely. So, what's your number 3?
Number 3, John Wick Chapter 2.
Damn.
John Wick Chapter 2.
Parabellum? Or is it just Chapter 2? Is Parabellum number 3?
Parabellum is number 3.
Okay.
What the fuck does Parabellum even mean?
I have no idea. I think they just looked up Latin words and that's like number 4.
It does kind of sound cool.
Yeah,
Wick.
I mean it just
Parabellum. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it makes it sound a lot more like sophisticated than it is when it's really like just John Wick shooting people in the head, which I'm all for.
Anyway,
As is beautifully shown in John Wick Chapter 2.
Chapter 2, I think they should have stopped there because it's like Chapter 3 is too ridiculous. Chapter 4, I haven't even seen it, but I bet it's even more ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Chapter 3 like really fucking jumped the shark.
But Chapter 2 is the perfect amount of ridiculousness but awesomeness. It's the same thing before. It's still awesome, but it's not too like, you know what I'm saying? Like Chapter 2 was kind of, it's kind of heavy how ridiculous this is. Chapter 2, perfect, perfect minimalist plot. Fucking Keanu Reeves, it's always a pleasure to watch him.
He's breathtaking, bro.
He is breathtaking. Pause, no pause.
Absolutely no pause.
But it's just him killing people in great ways. I mean, bro, he kills 2 guys with a pencil. A fucking pencil. Who does that? That's like hilarious thing how, like, what's that actor?
Like
The guy
Peter Stomachevich or something like that?
Yes.
Isn't it like...
It's not that, but it starts with an S. But he's like, who the fuck does that?
I love that dude, though.
Yeah, no, he's great.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Coens for putting him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I love him in Fargo,
yeah.
He's great in, very small role, but in The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, he's one of those crazy,
arguably
like,
the greatest
German
movie of all time. He's one of the anarchists.
Yeah, right. Who would say, we cut off your Johnson? What? I said we cut off your Johnson. Yeah, no, that's great.
He's the one that throws the ferret in the tub at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, that's terrifying. And anyway...
That is terrifying.
Yeah, that movie is great. It's just John Wick ripping into fools, bro. Yeah. And the end is so amazing.
He kills fucking Common at some point. Like, there's everybody in the movie.
No, he stabs Common in the heart.
Oh, right, and he leaves him on
and
the
he says, if you take it out, you'll die.
Goddamn.
Call it a professional courtesy. And then he fucking walks out. And Common is like, they're fucking dead. And it's great at the end. He just goes, because he gets excommunicado, right? So everybody's against him. There's a fucking $8 million contract on this man's head. And he just goes to the guy, the fuck was his name?
I can't remember.
The guy, he goes, tell him, whoever comes, I'll kill them. I'll kill them all. And you're like, God bless you, Keanu.
Although I have to say, like...
You know what I'm saying?
If, everybody knows who John Wick is in the John Wick universe. Right. So my thinking would be like, 8 million is not worth it.
Yeah.
To try and kill John motherfucking Wick, he kills people with a fucking pencil.
Who does that?
I mean, so like 8 million is not enough. 20 maybe. You gotta be careful with that shit. Anyway, my number 3, I'm going with Die Hard. Another perfect action movie. Perfect movie just in general. Like, it's just one of those movies that works from beginning to end. Has another one of the greatest characters in history. John McClane, shout out to my boy. I
think maybe the best action hero of all time.
Probably.
At least in those first 3 movies.
It goes to... and one of the reasons why he's the best goes back to what we were saying about vulnerability, which John McClane is far from a superhero. Like, he ain't The Rock, he's not Vin Diesel, he's not Superman. He's just basically just some dude that has a little bit of training, but really just huge balls, which is what puts him through the whole movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, I guess spite. He seems like a petty guy. That's that's my armchair analysis of John McClane.
Like he saved all those people out of spite. Like I don't get what's this.
No,
hot
I'm just
take?
saying, like, I don't know. I felt like he heard Hans Gruber's voice was like, "This is a fucking crowd. I hate this guy."
Bro, fucking
and-
in that movie, it's hilarious. They do literally the definition of stereotypical Euro trash.
True.
Like
There's an Italian. There's the goofiest Italian you could imagine. He basically goes, "Mamma mia, where are the bombs at?" That's basically him. in
that
the
might
movie.
have been one of his lines.
I mean, it's close enough.
And he gets shot in the fucking balls by John. From under the table, he just shoots him all the way to his, like from his balls to his chest, bro.
Bro, that's
And
an
it's just
attack on my fucking
And of
face.
course, bro, he has like open like shirt with the fucking cross,
Oh,
a chain,
you have to. You
golden.
have
like,
how? I mean, how else is the audience supposed to know that he's Italian?
right. Yeah.
You know, show don't tell.
And there's like two German guys. Obviously, they're the tallest guys, big
Yeah, they're like
blonde
Hans
hair.
and Kurt.
Yeah,
I think that's literally their names.
yeah.
One is like a ballet dancer. Oh no, maybe he's a ballet dancer in real life.
Not in the fucking movie. They're
Yeah, it's true. I don't know why I confused the two things.
also one of the best, most iconic action movie villains.
Yeah, shout out to Hans Gruber.
Hans
Bubby.
Bubby.
Also one of the greatest lines of all time. Yeah, just top to bottom, great. Keeps attention at all times. It never goes like overboard with the action. Like it's always somewhat believable. Like obviously it's crazy that John McClane lasts this long, but is it though? Like you're kind of like, okay, I see him struggling. I see him get through it.
Right.
His feet are bleeding throughout it.
Yeah,
And
which is a great.
it's crazy he doesn't like collapse at some point.
Yeah, he loses a lot,
Again,
bro.
biggest balls in movie history. I mean, arguably. So yeah, shout out to John McClane. Shout out to Die Hard, best Christmas movie ever.
Yes,
Uh,
the Christmas movie.
the
It
Christmas
goes
movie.
Die Hard, It's a Wonderful Life, everything else.
True. Love Actually,
Love
maybe.
Actually, yeah, no.
That's a fun movie.
It goes Die Hard, It's a Wonderful Life, Love Actually, and then everything.
Shout out to rom-coms. We watch action
Also,
movies, but I have no shame.
The
in
Nice
admitting that.
Guys is technically a Christmas film.
True.
It does happen on Christmas, like all of Shane Black's movies.
I think the only one is like Predator that doesn't, because he's only an actor in that.
Right.
But had
He wrote it though.
He probably was pushing for it to be at Christmas.
Like a
I
little
mean,
Christmas tree
but
on the fucking
You
chopper.
also can't say because it's set in South America. You also can't say that it wasn't Christmas.
Exactly. It might
Because
have been
that's how the
Christmas.
season is.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
I mean,
you can argue
it's
either
the
way.
Nice Guys and Die Hard are both set in L.A.
Yeah.
There ain't no fucking snow there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's that Holly Jolly Spirit.
Right, bro.
That murderous Holly Jolly Spirit.
Number fourth one, I'm gonna say, this is really the best action movie of all time. One of my personal favorite movies. We have to rewatch it, bro. The Raid Berandal, which is translated The Raid 2. Bro, I ain't gonna even say anything, bro. I'm just gonna say, bro, The Raid 1 was awesome. The Raid 2 blew my fucking mind, bro. After I saw the movie, I was like, I'm gonna go to Indonesia. I'm gonna become him, bro. Because Rama
You
is
die
him.
first week. First day,
Bro,
possibly.
I said
malaria and having some Indonesian guy
bro,
fuck you in the ass and then cut your head off.
pause.
All in one.
Why'd you have to
all
put
in one smooth
why'd you put
stroke.
to have the ass fucking part in there, bro?
Because you know that would happen.
Pause.
I'm just trying to be realistic. Damn, did I completely throw you off?
Bro, I watched that movie, you know, the prison fight scene. I was like, damn, I want to be in that prison, bro. I was like, bro, in that movie, there's so much, like, violence, bro. It's amazing. Like, you know the scene in the bathroom stall? Where he's, like, he's in the bathroom stall, there's, like, 50 fucking guys out trying to get in and get him. And, like, he keeps, like... They keep like smashing the door in, and he then closes. So he's like beats up one guy, then opens the door, throws him out. Another guy comes in, closes the door again. And bro, in one of those scenes, bro, this just and it's obviously just one take. Like most of the scenes, he beats it. He punches this guy like 20 times, punches him in the balls, in the head. The guy is literally like this, taking punches, bro. It's like, bro, leave this man alone, bro. Like, bro, in that movie, he literally, bro. He like kicks a guy in the knee, bro, The guy falls to the floor, and then he kicks him in the face, and he kicks him in the face so hard that the guy's head gets fucking stuck on a fucking
Goddamn.
bench, bro,
Right.
and it's like fucking stuck like this, bro, and he's like dead. The guy, bro, that movie is the definition of an action epic. It's like 2 hour and a half, bro. It's a sprawling. There's fucking baseball bat man, hammer girl, bro.
Hammer girl.
Yeah, she's the bitch with the hammers that kills people with
Oh
the
damn,
hammers.
that's true.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking hammer girl.
Bro, some of the best last final 1-to-1 fight.
They
of
did
any
kind of
movie.
go
Very anime.
no, John Wick and John Wick 2 are very similar to The Raid and The Raid 2.
Right, that
where you
is
have a
true.
very straightforward premise, and then the second one just goes batshit insane.
Yeah, right.
You get people from all over the world. It gets more
I
international.
always and everyone who's a fan of the Raid franchise always we're still holding out hope that it does a third one.
Yeah. But hasn't it been like 6 years since the second one?
I
Maybe
think
longer.
More.
Yeah.
It might have come out in 2012. For all I fucking know.
2012? Nah, I feel like it's
Bro, we saw it after
earlier than that.
it had already come out.
yeah, no, I know, but we
Wow.
didn't see it. Like,
I don't know.
that's a good question.
Okay,
I have no
actually,
idea.
I don't know. But no, yeah, the Raid 2. We have to fucking rewatch it because we rewatched the Raid recently, and I've only seen the Raid 2 the once, but it just got stuck in my head. And obviously, I've seen YouTube clips of it after having seen it 1,000 fucking times. And but yeah, it's great. Go watch it, people. If anything out of these movies, go watch the Raid 2, the Raid and the Raid 2.
Two-parter.
Yeah.
I mean, watch them all. They're all amazing.
Yeah, watch all
movies.
these movies. But
So my fourth pick is Aliens, part of the great Alien franchise.
Yes, sir.
We're already 41 minutes deep, so I don't think we're gonna be getting into the franchise talk.
yeah.
But
Probably not.
shout out to Alien. Alien is legit one of my favorite movies. Alien without the S. The first one is this great horror movie. I love the world that it creates. I love the xenomorph as a villain. And then Aliens does the perfect thing for a sequel, which is okay, we got one thing, good thing. Let's make 1,000 of them. Let's make it super bombastic. There's fucking Space Marines. I love me a Space Marine.
Bro, Space Marines, let's just say Space Marines are awesome, bro.
Space Marines are
Semper
fucking
Fi
sick.
in the cosmos, bro.
Absolutely. Bringing democracy everywhere.
With big mech suits and futuristic guns.
Exactly. Destroying other worlds, because we've done enough here. Shout out to Space Marines.
They make sure your planet will be free even if you don't fucking want it to be.
Yes, we're feeding you democracy, but, shoving it down your throat.
Bro, no,
That's the
we're feeding you
American
democracy in the fucking tube you have in the hospital after we've beaten you the fuck up, bro.
Right, you and your family.
That's the American way, bro. You and your family.
Caca, that's the sound of an eagle, bitch. Anyway, so there's Space
Boom,
Marines.
that's the sound of your house blowing the fuck up. I mean, this is actually horrible, but But if it happens to extraterrestrials, who gives a shit?
True. They're blue.
Right.
Who gives a fuck?
Fucking Martians don't have rights.
Not in my America.
Not in my Earth. Not in my Milky Way.
You must
must
think that shit is sweet. Anyway, I like Aliens because it
tell us
has,
about
again,
Aliens.
one of the greatest action characters of all time, Ripley, who, funnily enough, it's great how Alien and Aliens are very different movies, but what works is that Ripley somehow manages to transition perfectly as a character. It's super believable
True.
that she becomes an action star, which I think is crucial. And it is true that in the first movie, she is the most on point on that whole shit. She's the only one making perfect sense from beginning to end. She didn't want that shit on the
Right,
the
yeah,
ship,
she
but
was
she's
the only fucking one who was
Exactly.
don't.
She's the only one that
Right,
has
yeah.
the common sense
And
to be
can
I don't like that fucking
Can I
thing.
just say that's a perfect way to endear your character to the audience?
Yeah.
Cause a thing and the characters in that movie aren't retarded.
No.
But it's a good way of making your character likable is making him or her make sense. Not being OP, but just make sensible decisions and be a sensible person. Because when we're watching the movie, we're like, you should do this. And when we see a character doing that, it's very satisfying and it helps you to like connect with this character. So.
Although, I mean, obviously it's true, apart from like letting the thing on the ship in the first place, like they do handle the situation as well as you can handle being 8 against a fucking xenomorph. Literally the perfect killing machine.
True. They say it in the movie too.
So shout out to that. She's a great character, fucking badass. I mean, she's the most badass in the movie, and there's fucking space marines. So that's all you need to know about her. It's also like it's she manages to juggle though. Like also, there's this whole thing about her like being a mother. Because they find like the little kid, right, and she's extremely very motherly towards her, and yet like that only adds to her as like it makes her even more badass that she's and like another has something to protect.
Another great fucking thing is that like they don't make her OP because you remember there's a scene where she gets taught by Hicks, another great character. How to use their space marines weapon. Right. Like, they don't make, she just knows how to fucking use it immediately.
Yeah, no, she instinctively gets headshots every time.
No, she's like, she asks, hey, show me how to use this so I can be more useful, which is fucking great.
She was also trying to get some.
So and that makes it even better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hicks, one of the boys. Bro, when they're trapped in that room, he jumps through the fucking window, bro.
Bro, he was sliding in that
shit. If there's one thing that Alien 3 did fucking wrong is kill him and the kid off in like the first 2 minutes off screen. That was a mistake. I mean, good for shock value, but story wise, mistake.
Yeah, it does kind of like make the rest of the movie, the previous movie, somewhat pointless.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's like again, like as you said, it does kind of work like for.
But it works only for shock value because also Bishop too. He was because he survived at the end too.
All like, the characters in the previous movie.
That you want to survive, get to survive, and then they just die. Except for obviously,
except for Bill Paxton's character, who like he's the classic character that you know is gonna die.
But at the same time, feel bad.
I was like, maybe it's not gonna happen. Maybe he'll make it, but
you know already that he has.
He can.
To die.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised he was in one of the first ones to go.
True.
So that's
I'm trying to think of my last, but I just
I'm struggling too. Maybe we're just gonna be going with a Mount Rushmore, you know.
I literally forgot. I'm blanking completely because it's been a while since I've seen an action movie too. So.
But also, I mean, like we've seen so many that it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing. And also, I have to think of like my favorite, not a fucking movie that I can.
Yeah, not the first one
that I actually
like,
really.
The first one that came to mind was like Fast 6, but it's not like I ain't shouting.
I thought about Rambo 2, but I fell asleep like halfway through and woke up after like 20 minutes, so I can't really say it's one of my favorite movies.
Although Rambo 2 is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and that ending is the best thing. You remember the ending?
I do.
Bro.
Walking off in the sunset.
Rambo, why do you hate America so much? I don't hate it, sir. I just wish it would love us as much as we love her. And he walks at the sunset, freeze frame of him fucking huge, bro. Walking at the sunset and the general just being, damn it, Rambo, you're the fucking man.
You did it again. Let's put Rambo 2. At least I'm putting it on my
bro, list. We'll both have Rambo 2 just for that scene alone. He shoots
does that make the best action movie of all time? Because that's the only consensus we have.
Bro, he shoots a guy with a fucking explosive hammer and the guy fucking blows the fuck up, bro.
That was pretty fucking awesome. And also,
he goes to fucking like Laos, where the fuck does he go?
I think
he goes back
Cambodia,
to like
maybe?
the fucking Vietnam, bro.
But I don't think he's actually in Vietnam.
Okay, well, yeah, Laos, Cambodia. He like finds this fucking like Cambodian woman spy, gets her killed. You know what I'm saying? Feels bad about it. Then it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do you remember when like he gets on a chopper and he just like starts mowing down this guy's village to the point where like okay these guys have been torturing motherfuckers but like this is way too much. Like Rambo, you're committing genocide.
That movie is like the definition of like
America. Fuck yeah, that's basically
the definition of fucking because he's a Marine, right?
He
has to be a Marine.
Probably, yeah.
There's a definition of like fuck yeah the military where the we breed machines of war. There's a definition of America. You fuck with us, bro. Even after the war is over, we'll come back and fucking kill you.
Rambo 2 is basically just Ip Man. It's just the other side of the coin. It's like Rambo 2 makes you love America as much as Big Dick Donnie Yen makes you love China. And I'm not even Chinese, and that's how good of a movie
Bro, Big Dick makes you love China?
Bro.
Pause.
Which is also like,
factually untrue.
Exactly. Big dicks in China, never heard that in a sentence. But like, except for Donnie Yen.
RIP to all my Chinese homies.
R.I.P. to like a third of the world population.
You just single-handedly defeated China, bro. The hopes of China, like the fears of China becoming like the next United States are over now, bro.
I can't believe Joe Biden has never thought of like next time he meets with Xi Jinping, just like say, yo homie, your dick small. Drops the N-word, leaves, puts on his sunglasses, like eats ice cream on a chopper, crashes into the Pacific, and then like that's the end
listen to Fortunate Son.
Absolutely. No, he's listening to like King Von, cause he from the streets, bro. He was slinging crack. There's audio and video evidence of Joe Biden,
This man is our idol, cause he was in the hood, bro, and from the hood, from the corner, from the ghetto, bro, from the slums, he became the first fucking U.S. president to drop the fucking N-word.
Project Baby Joe Biden.
Bro, drop the fucking N-word in Congress, bro. Out of the blue. Completely out of pocket, bro.
Bro, because he was high off of that necromancer kush.
Bro,
that Buddha knee shadow boxing kush.
Bro, that evil dark weed pack.
Bro, that's the shit they shot Tupac.
Bro.
That's that purple dank. Because the THC to CBD ratio is...
Bro, that's the shit that shot Kennedy, bro.
Bro, that's the shit that made Kennedy, like, sleep with Marilyn Monroe and then kill the motherfucker.
And Marilyn Monroe, too, bro.
I mean, it really is crazy how, like...
Bro,
I can't believe...
Bro, that's the shit Michael Jackson was smoking when the kids were sucking his dick, bro.
Bro. Pause. That's what he was smoking when he decided to transition to white.
Rest in peace, Michael, bro.
R.I.P. to the king of pop.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry we just bodied you, bro.
I mean, he fucked those boys. Like, there's...
Allegedly!
No, I mean... They made a whole fucking, like, 4-hour documentary about how much he was fucking...
Bro, that necromancer curse is the shit OJ was smoking before going into the court day where he put on the glove, bro.
Damn. It is crazy how like that's what 4 years of Trump will do to you, where we're like so jaded that we can hear the next president drop the N-word and the media says nothing.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
We're so like passive to it, like because we've heard Trump say grab her by the pussy. He said stuff about Mexicans. They're like, okay, Joe Biden, you were vice president of the first black president. I guess you can drop it. I guess he gave you the pass. He didn't show there's no like written document by him. But you know. Anyway, we can probably close it.
Yeah.
We can probably close it right here. This was a pretty, like, to anyone who hasn't seen these movies, this episode probably meant nothing.
Like most episodes.
Like most episodes, right. I'm excited. I'm glad that we kept the cum talk to a minimum. We mentioned it a few times, but, you know, I mean, that's just on brand. I'm, like, contractually obligated to say some posy shit about men.
Closing statements.
So... Action movies are awesome. We should go back to seeing them. It's a hard genre to do well.
True.
People shit on it, but they don't really understand what's behind it.
True, very true.
It's easier to make drama. Like, I have no doubt about it. You just need a good actor to do drama. You need, as you said, stuntman, action coordinators, yada, yada, yada. I ain't gonna list the whole fucking thing. But, you know, you need years of training if you want to be like Big Dick Donnie. I ain't talking about Trump. I'm talking about Yen.
I think it's like interesting that you keep calling. You've never said Donnie Yen. You've always said Big Dick Donnie Yen.
Because that's who he is. That's who
true.
he is to me. That's what I call him at night.
Pause.
I
When
have
he's
a look-
beating you the fuck up, bro.
For being an American.
Right.
Because I sympathize with Chinese people, but you know he don't believe
Bro,
me.
my closest statements are, bro, God bless China, bro. God bless America, bro. Don't smoke that necromancer kush unless you wanna end up like Sleepy Joe.
He's got dementia for a reason.
And bro, you know, listen to your mom, bro. Watch movies, bro. You know what I'm saying? Learn martial arts, bro. Go to Indonesia, bro. You know what I'm saying? God bless. Oh, I fucked it up. Good night and God bless.